Welcome to another episode of The Blitz. I'll be your host once again, Bryan Greer, and today I will be going over the UFC Fight Night in Manila, headlined by Frankie Edgar versus Uriah Faber, a fight in the bantamweight division that a lot of MMA fans have been wanting to see for a few years now. And let's get into this fight. This fight was basically dominated by Frankie Edgar's counter-striking and takedowns. He was just all over the place with his footwork and speed, just in and out with his striking, just a step quicker than Uriah Faber, and really made this a one-sided fight mostly. Also was able to mix in a few takedowns, get Uriah Faber up against the wall, against the cage, and, very impressive win for Frankie Edgar, who I believe now puts himself in line for a title shot in the featherweight division, actually, after Jose Aldo versus Conor McGregor happened in July. Basically, the first two rounds, Frankie Edgar counter-striking was just so on point and so crisp. In the first round, he actually got a try to get a takedown on Uriah Faber, but he was not able to because of Uriah Faber using the fence to keep that takedown from happening. And anytime you're able to use a fence, go ahead and do it. And he did that 3 times successfully. And the referee just warned him each time and did not take away any points. So that was unfortunately for Edgar. He was able to successfully execute the takedown in the first round. But his counter-striking was so crisp, and like I said, in the second round also, and it just seemed Faber was a step slow and was never able to really put any combinations together. And we all know Edgar is a big-time volume puncher and can just really put it all together. Now, in the third round, this was a very decisive round for Edgar also, but he really got his takedowns going and ground and pound. He was able to really grind on Uriah Faber and really take him down and just do damage on top. And this was when I knew this fight was pretty much over and would be one-sided. Faber could never just mount a comeback and just really do much at all in the third round. Now, in the fourth round, this was the best round for Uriah Faber. He actually kept the fight on the feet, actually got in a few jabs. Was the most even round in my opinion. You could arguably say he won the fourth round, but it was very even. A lot of good striking exchanges, and also Edgar did throw in a few leg kicks in this fight. So a really even round, and Faber looked actually decent in that round. Now in the fifth round, once again, it was all about Frankie Edgar and his counter striking. He was just able to do whatever he wanted to. Just his footwork was just crisp, just very impressive, and once again, really just took it to Uriah Faber and was just flawless as far as in my opinion. Once again, this round was just all about Frankie Edgar being able to also get another takedown and just looked a few steps quicker. And I was actually not surprised by this because Frankie Edgar is still, I believe, in his prime and, still going for another title shot. As we know, he is a former lightweight champion in the UFC. As far as Uriah Faber, we all know that probably on his downside of his career is probably his last shot at UFC gold. And, now he'll still, be fighting, but I'm pretty sure he won't be in title contention anymore because, once again, in a, title contender fight, didn't look that good. So, unfortunately for Uriah Faber, he probably will never, reach the goal of being a UFC champion, and has always seemed to be in second place when it comes to either the featherweight or the bantamweight divisions. So kudos to Frankie Edgar for just a really impressive fight, really workmanlike fight, just grinded it out. Very quick on his feet, very good with his counter striking. His boxing is always crisp. So, looking forward to seeing who he fights for the title. Will either be probably Jose Aldo or Conor McGregor. Now, if Conor McGregor does win, I expect him to probably rematch Jose Aldo because he has been the featherweight king, as we know, for probably going on decade between the UFC and WEC before the UFC merged with the WEC. So overall, great fight. Now, a couple other fights that I want to go over was the co-main event, Gegard Mousasi versus Kostas Philippou. Mousasi was just incredible with his ground game as always. Very good jiu-jitsu, just ground and pound. Kostas Philippou for 3 rounds, very just technical with his takedowns. It is just Mousasi's one of the best with his jiu-jitsu, and we all know once he gets his jiu-jitsu game going, it may not be the most exciting fight, but he is going to basically just keep you on the ground and just beat you from the top with his ground and pound. So very impressive performance for Gegard Mousasi, who now has a two-fight win streak after beating Dan Henderson earlier in the year. And another fight that we could go over is actually Mark Munoz versus Luke Barnett, who it was actually Mark Munoz's last fight, and did he come out impressive? Very good fight for him. He really went out with a bang. His striking was just crisp, just coming up with those hammer fists. His takedowns were very good, just landing bombs in the first round, one after another, taking Barnett to the ground. I thought the fight would almost be over, but Barnett, as we know, is very good on his with his chin. It just does not go down easily, and Mark Munoz continued to do that for the second and third rounds also, and a very good retirement fight for Mark Munoz. Very impressed by him. I wish he had more of a killer instinct in his career in the UFC, because I think that he could have been really a great fighter if he had more of that. I think he was just a little too nice, great guy and everything, but if he had a little bit more of a killer instinct, could have really made a run for the title in the middleweight division. And really loved after the fight his speech to the crowd, because we all know that he is Filipino and was fighting in Manila, going back to the roots and his ancestry, and just really great speech, to the kids and to the people in the Philippines, and just really a great moment in MMA. Left his gloves in the middle of the ring. So great career by Mark Munoz, one of the good guys in MMA, and gonna miss seeing his fights, because he did bring it, and the last fight was just classic Mark Munoz. As far as Luke Barnett, he is really on a losing streak now. There are rumors that he might get cut by the UFC. He really just did not look good at all in this fight, was dominated again, and I believe that he will be on the chopping block, because you just can't continue to go out there just looking very mediocre, not in any of your fights. So like I said, kudos to Mark Munoz, and congrats on him winning his last fight in MMA. And one more fight that I want to go over is Neil Magny. This guy, I think, is somebody that you need to look out for in the lightweight division. He has now won 7 fights in a row, and against his opponent Kim, came out just getting bombs thrown at him. Magny, I thought, was going to get finished in the first round, throwing knees, kicks. Kim was just coming out there all types of ways, just an assassin, doing whatever he wanted to. And it was really just a brutal beating in the first couple of minutes, but Magny shook it off and then started to, in late in the first round, getting his striking going, actually got a takedown, and in the second round was able to get his ground and pound going and just started dropping bombs down on Kim and finished him. It was a great comeback win, and this was the fight that proved that he is legit. I think it's ridiculous that he's ranked number 15 in the lightweight division in the UFC. You win 7 fights in a row and you're number 15. But if you're Conor McGregor, you win 3 fights in a row and you're getting a title shot. So go figure with that. But we all know the UFC rankings are just, for talk, not really to be taken too seriously. So congrats to Neil Magny with another impressive win, and just really seems to be a threat in the lightweight division. So overall, pretty good card, for the Philippines, and the crowd was really good, especially with Mark Munoz. They were going crazy. Really, enjoyed his fight and everything, and was overall a good card. And just want to, say, you guys want to hear your comments in the comment section about the fight between Frankie Edgar and Uriah Faber. Did you think this would be a better fight? How impressed were you by Frankie Edgar? Do you think he deserves a title shot? where do you think Uriah Faber goes from here? Do you think, does he go back to the bantamweight division? I want to hear what you guys think about that. Also, about Mark Munoz, about his career. What did you think about, his last fight? Also about Gegard Mousasi. Just overall thoughts on the card. Let me know what you thought. And I just want to thank y'all for watching. And as always, like the videos and comment, and always subscribe to Unrivaled Multimedia YouTube channel. So as always, take it easy until next time.